I'm being stared at.
And when they get confronted about it, they're confused. Why is everyone staring at me? I'm just wearing what I want.
Whoa.
Why am I being put in jail?
Whoa.
But what they don't realize
wow.
is a lot of
So people aren't dressing for the region anymore. And it's getting kind of disrespectful at this point. So that's the name of the video. But hey, we're going to get right into it.
Don't wear stuff like this if you're from Cali, you visit in Vegas. They're gonna think you're a whore.
You gotta be down bad to be from California and to fly willingly to Mississippi. I just know when those mamas in the Grove saw her walking through with this, they were like, oh my gosh.
These two right here, showing too much skin, got all of us kicked out the mall.
Why am I walking in the street and I'm seeing women wearing super short booty shorts? Ma'am, you're not in the US.
There's a strange disconnect between
She clocked the hell out of yo.
what people wear,
Like, but you're not in your country no more. You feel me?
where they are. It's almost like geography stopped being a part of the outfit and everyone started dressing for the algorithm instead of the address. From influencers visiting Dubai dressed like they're going to a Miami pool party, to celebrities visiting the Bible Belt in outfits made for Beverly Hills. Somewhere along the line, fashion stopped being about where you are and became about being seen instead. And quick disclaimer, this video is not me trying to force dress codes or rules on anyone. In today's video, we're tapping into clothing culture shock and what happens when people forget that not every location plays by the same rules. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. See, I know you don't
Big
just get those
Barbers
away for
reacts.
free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. Now, before we really get into the layers of clothing culture shock,
I appreciate her bag. I appreciate the bag.
Frames. Back in the day,
appreciate the
every
bag.
region had a look, but specifically, the culture shock between the West and the South was like night and day. Now, I've lived in the South all my life, so I know firsthand that what you wear out here matters 100%. The South is tied to more traditional religion and conservative values, especially in states like Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia.
Welcome to Atlanta, birthplace of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and a cultural mecca of the South.
Outfits in the South, especially in smaller towns, there was an unspoken uniform. Girls were shopping in the same boutiques, wearing the same outfits. People weren't used to individual styles in the South, so if you were to step out in an outfit that was different from the crowd, people wouldn't necessarily judge, but let's say Southerners love to stare.
I'm from Alabama, and I will very much say fashion is not really much of a popular thing, but when people from the West or the North see these types of outfits, they're kind of like, these are so basic. Skinny jeans, the Ugg boots, the really huge scarves, and do not forget the Starbucks drink. This is an everyday outfit. This is like what you would see maybe 20 girls in the same day wear, and it would pop off.
Over time, fashion in the South has evolved, especially with the rise of social media and fashion trends, but the mindset never really disappeared.
This is my outfit today. Every single person I've seen in the past 10 minutes has stared at me like I am the spawn of Satan. Sorry that we're in Georgia.
Someone who grew up in the South, from my
Her outfit
experience
wasn't even
living
crazy.
there, most of these girls dress one way. But I will say that they will definitely stare at you if you dress a certain way.
Does anyone else have this issue where it's like, this is the type of stuff I want to wear, but I live in a town with 20...
People think an outfit like that is crazy? Have you not seen what people are wearing on social media? To me, she looks fine.
Wear this how. The looks I would get would be insane. Because if my neighbors saw me wearing this, they'd be like, where do you think you live?
A lot of these states are retirement hubs with a lot of older people
Okay.
and a lot of traditional families.
That's a good point. Because I had went to Florida. I went to like Clearwater area for my graduation. Because that's where my cousin at. And it was very much like a retirement type town. You feel me? So she brings a good point on that. Like, this is where like a lot of old people are. Like, they're ready to end their lives at that point. Not end their lives, but you know, they you know, they almost there. They almost at that point. You feel me? So like pulling up I remember we had went to this one spot. We was at this beach area. You know, like I said, people there are older. Some people have brought their families. And there were like these three girls, like the butt is out, boobs is out. And yeah, that does make you stand out when everybody else on a similar type of timing, and then here you are wanting to be different. You feel me? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be different or wanting to dress different. But I also wouldn't be surprised that people are looking at me a certain type of way neither. You feel me? Like if I'm in like a retirement, that's like showing up to church with booty shorts, I guess, you know? Simple as that. Or like a dude trying to show up to church with a white beater on, like. Like you gonna stand out, like naturally, so you gonna stand out
with kids. So those values and how you present yourself still linger. Maybe not as strict, but if you were to wear a mesh dress with 6-inch heels into a southern diner, prepare to get some looks. Now, while the South stays grounded, the West Coast feels more like a wild card. It's known for being more trend-driven, liberal, and fast-paced, being heavily shaped by entertainment and internet culture.
Those who only know Los Angeles through film and TV tend to imagine a world of fame and affluence.
Oh, she's got fame! Hollywood! Oh.
But in reality, LA is a vast, diverse, and complicated city. It's a sprawling metropolis made up of many individual communities.
And when I say West Coast, I mainly mean like California. Think Los Angeles, the Bay Area. Those places are just entirely different from the South. But West Coast fashion used to be rooted in individuality and effortlessness.
Fashion in LA it's a melting pot of a lot of different cultures. So that's why you can get a bunch of different styles coming out of the same city.
People are willing to be around people who don't look like them, think like them, don't dress like them.
Now, over time, West Coast fashion stayed laid back, but it got trendier. In a place where luxury living
as time goes on, though,
outfits started to reflect that, prioritizing brands, labels, and status.
What is the worst dressed city you've been to?
LA, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, it was just labels everywhere, and that's all people took for fashion.
Wow.
It was just how many brands.
You can be a baddie on a budget.
Can I get on my person at once, and not how can I create an outfit?
Now, the South and the West had distinct fashion identities, and for a while, no one questioned it because it just worked. I'm not saying that you need to change your entire style when you go to a new place. Unless modesty is the law, you technically don't have to follow every region's dress code. But what used to feel like natural fashion boundaries started to blur. And Alabama Barker, a celebrity based in Los Angeles, she learned that the hard way. Alabama Barker is a 19-year-old influencer / celebrity who decided to fly from Los Angeles to Mississippi. And you would think she was going to a club in Miami.
You gotta be down bad to be from California.
That was her? I didn't even recognize her. They had showed this girl in the beginning. I didn't repeat that was Alabama. I don't know too much about Alabama, and I'm gonna bring up Sexy Red too, because I feel like these two girls be the example on like what not to do a lot of times. Like endless times. If you want an example of who not to be like, they always be the two. Let's not even lie. I see it like when I see these YouTube thumbnails, like for example, the fall of the black community or something. Who on that thumbnail? Y'all know Sexy Red be on that thumbnail, okay? I'm not saying I support that or whatever, but like, dang, like to constantly be the example of what not to do. That gotta suck.
To fly willingly to Mississippi. Growing up in Mississippi, you gotta be real down bad to go there willingly. I just know when those mamas in the Grove saw.
Wait, for what though? I have thought about visiting the South though. Like I want to go to Jackson, like Mississippi, like just to see what was good with it. Go to Alabama.
Walking through with this, they were like, "Oh my gosh, this is the SEC. This is not. Let me dress like I'm going for a night out."
I know she didn't touch down in Mississippi trying to cause a scene, but if you come from Los Angeles and touch down in southern Mississippi, I'm talking about deep south, the Bible Belt, the small town community vibe, and you're wearing a borderline bikini top with a mini skirt and your back out, y'all. I know there were so many bless her hearts said that day.
I see Alabama Barker go through like that culture shock.
Those are the nice people. It's the nice people who like they got something negative to say, but they don't want to be mean. So they'll be like, "Oh, bless her heart," or like, "Oh, give her. Let's just give her grace, y'all." Like those phrases be bad funny because it's like, I get it. You a nice person. You not trying to trash nobody, but you also want to say something too. So you say something like that.
She's walking around filming herself, and she's like, I don't know what it is. I feel like everybody's staring at me, like judging me. And then the camera panned down. Sister, yes, they are judging you. I can promise you. You were put on about 75 different prayer lists. Things are a little different here than they are like in California, out west.
And this isn't even about modesty. It's just about place. Because let's be real, her outfit would eat down in downtown Los Angeles, and no one
and
would
Miami.
But in the deep swamps of Mississippi, that outfit stood out like a sore thumb.
Miami.
And the stairs caused a clothing culture shock she didn't see coming.
I'm having a panic attack. Oh my god, I don't do well. I feel like I'm gonna faint.
Oh, you good, you good.
She winded up leaving the game early or just left in a rush in general because she had a panic attack. Now, she stated the reason why is because she doesn't do well in large crowds.
The girls and everyone's screaming, now the purge alarm's going off. I need to go home. This isn't my type of event, you guys.
But we all know football games are gonna have large crowds. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and demonize her. That's not my goal. But let's be real for just a second. Let's have a grass touching session. If you're an influencer with a full baddie aesthetic, I'm talking full face of makeup, full outfit, and with that being your
Instagram
brand,
baddie,
you're gonna look like that everywhere you go. Whether it's a club in Miami or a museum in Ohio, the vibe is what you make it. But then you show up to a town that moves completely different. A place with an older crowd, lots of young kids. It just moves at a slower pace. And you go to a football game wearing an outfit that turns heads from a mile away, but not in the way that you're used to. The stares feel different, kind of off. The atmosphere is a little bit more judgmental. At some point, you have to realize maybe it's not just the crowds that triggered you. It was being the only one that didn't read the room.
Alabama Barker. She made a video about how she's very confident, but
wait, cause she just clocked some heavy lifting though. It's true, cause like you go to Miami, everybody else might be dressed like that, so it's like you don't feel like you stick out like a sore thumb. You feel me? But when you go somewhere like I guess Mississippi, you stand out. And what she said about the stairs is so interesting because like when she goes to like those popping places or whatever dressed like that, she probably gets stares of like, wow, she's so pretty, or like lustful stares, or like just mesmerized type of stares, and like she coming here and she's still getting stares, but it's like, girl found Jesus Christ type of stares. Dang.
Everybody there had her questioning herself. The looks that she was getting, she felt very, very judged, and she could tell that by the looks that she was getting.
If a football game in Mississippi can cause a full-on panic, imagine what happens when you step off the plane in an entirely different country. Because here's the thing, some places don't just expect you to come dressed a certain way, they legally require it.
Today is the first day that someone's come up to me in Dubai and said, hey, what you're wearing is inappropriate. This is what I wore, dressed like this. I was going to meet a friend at a governmental building. I didn't know that it was a government building.
And I know that feels wild to people who grew up in Western hyper-individual places where fashion is expression and nobody can tell me what to wear. But not every place sees it that way. In places like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Dubai, there are very real expectations around the clothes
very conservative.
worn there. That includes tourists and influencers.
I'm gonna say something that might get me in trouble because like women empowerment and everything, but why are women at Dubai Mall in like the tiniest micro shorts ever? Like why would you go to a mall dressed the same way you would go to a club?
What's happening with girls' clothes in Dubai, in particular the absence of it? This is a Muslim country. There's literally a dress code written on the doors of the mall every time you enter. The other day I saw a girl wearing a bikini in Dubai Mall, a bikini with a cover up.
These are regions where dress code is a part of the law the religion, and the culture. And while strict enforcement usually only applies in religious sites or official spaces, it's still expected in many places to dress modestly in public and save the more revealing looks for beaches, pools, or private
Right.
areas.
I mean, nobody can really argue against that. I mean, like, it's their country, it's their laws, and it's their rules. Simple as that. Yeah, I said it. It's true. Like, somebody come to America, this is a very extreme example. Like, somebody come to America and they try to steal. Okay, like, it's maybe that's legal. Obviously, that's not legal anywhere, but like, that's probably legal where you from. When you come here, you can't be stealing from people, like, straight up. So it's just like, I can get that. I can get that. And it's just like, who am I as an individual to go to another country and trying to like change the law? Like, well, why it's like that? You know, everybody got their own thing, you feel? And we just got to respect everybody's differences, you know? So we can coexist. This is how we coexist. We can have differences, but we can respect them at the same time.
You'd think when people visit these areas, they do research on where they're going and how to dress. Still, somehow, influencers and tourists will show up in halter tops, thigh-high slits, and backless dresses like they're in Hollywood.
Okay, these two right here, showing too much skin, got all of us kicked out the mall. Come on, turn around. Let everybody see you back out and stuff, showing all that midriff. In Dubai. In Dubai.
Oh
That's
my
when security
goodness.
came and said, no, you have to get out now. It's not proper.
I'm being stared at.
And when they get confronted about it, they're confused. Why is everyone staring at me? I'm just wearing what I want. Why am I being put in jail?
Whoa.
But what they don't realize,
Wow.
in a lot of cases, they're actually breaking the law. It's not about whether you agree with the law or not. It's just about respecting where you are.
Okay, can I wear an outfit like this in Cairo? The answer is I could, but I won't. I think that there's this misconception that when you go to Middle Eastern countries, oh, they're making you cover your skin or you can't, and that's only in certain areas. You can pretty much wear whatever you want, but you also don't want to look like you're just completely not respecting the environment in which you're in. You know what I mean?
Because once you step into someone's town, country, or city, your outfit is no longer just about you. It's about how it interacts with the space you're in. It's about not assuming every environment is an extension of your Instagram feed. And this is what's so eerie about today's culture. We don't adapt. We perform for social media. We don't adapt to the space. We expect the space to adapt to us and what we wear. So the more out of pocket your outfit is, the more clicks you get. The more skin you show, the more attention you could get. It doesn't always have to be about judgment or covering up. It's just respect. Respect for a culture, a crowd, and a community, even if it's...
I feel like I kind of have to clock myself on this too. Okay, this video is about to end. But what I was going to say, because like, for example, I got grills, right? But some of my family members are like, who are you trying to look like? Like, why you got that on? Like, it look weird. And you know, in my mind, of course, I'm just like, bro, it's a piece of jewelry. You see this? A piece of jewelry. I put it on, I can take it off. You know, what's the big deal? But, and it's like, to me, don't feel bad, because it's like, bro, I'm not breaking the law. And I always had that mentality, like, there's so many worse things I can be doing. Like, why are you focused on this? You feel me? But yeah, I guess it's a respect thing. You know, you can wear stuff and it makes people feel uncomfortable. You know, like, let's say if I had a daughter and she want to wear booty shorts, like, on purpose, that would probably make me feel uncomfortable, because it's just like, bro, for what? You know what I mean? But she could be like, bro, I'm not harming nobody. But out of respect for me, she could probably like just at least not wear it around me. You feel me? So I get that. I can get it. I kind of just clock myself here. But let me know what y'all think about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Might catch y'all next time.